football. In an article for ESPN.com, insider Casey Joyner writes why the Eagles, not the defending division champion Cowboys, are the NFC East favorites in 2015. Take a look at Joyner's main arguments for Philly. Sam Bradford is a vast improvement at quarterback, the makings of the best rushing attack in the NFL. Pass defense should be much improved, and Dallas won't be able to lean on the running game as much as 2014. Joyner's bottom line is as follows. As long as the Eagles keep Bradford healthy, they will finally be able to fully implement Kelly's program. That will pay off with Philadelphia's second NFC East title in 3 years. All right, so he's going out on a limb here, Stephen A. Do you agree? Philly, the favorites to win the NFC East?
No, I don't agree with that. I certainly don't agree that they should be the favorites because they have too many question marks. But I can understand why one would surmise that they are a team to be reckoned with, and you better not sleep on them. Because the reality is that if Sam Bradford is better than Nick Foles, which is possible, if their running game is vastly improved because DeMarco Murray and others are north-south runners as opposed to the evasive LaShawn McCoy, and they obviously have improved their secondary, then clearly the Philadelphia Eagles could basically be in a better position because their defense will have improved and their ball control will have improved as well because they're running the football more effectively. I still find it hard to believe considering the fact that other than Jordan Matthews, your answer at wideout is Mr. Blocker extraordinaire himself, Riley Cooper. But at the same time, it remains to be seen. Zach Ertz, this kid Ertz rather, and Brent Selleck as your tight ends along with Jordan Matthews, they could be formidable. If Bradford can stay healthy, there's no denying that he's better than Nick Foles, even though I don't think it's by that wide of a margin. But I look at the Philadelphia Eagles, again, you were 10-6 last year. You nosedived over the last 4 weeks of the season, but the first 12 games you were 9-3. So I just look at it from the perspective that Chip Kelly clearly can coach the game of football. He clearly knows how to do something right since they've won 10 games in his first 2 seasons in Philadelphia. We have to give respect where respect is due and surmise that he might have a clue as to what he is doing. It remains to be seen whether they're going to be better than the Cowboys or not. So I'm not going to go that far. I think the Giants are a bigger threat to the Cowboys right now than the Philadelphia Eagles. But I can understand why somebody writing this report would surmise that the best may very well be yet to come, because if Chip Kelly did what he's done without his kind of guys, then imagine what he's capable of doing once he's able to fully implement his system. I can understand that mode of thinking. I don't totally agree with it, but I'm not going to totally poo-poo it either.
You just ifed me to death. you just gave me about 19 ifs. You gave me more ifs than an eagle has feathers on its body. How do I respond to that?
Figure it out.
Sorry. Well, you can't project like that, because I'm here to tell you right now and tell my friend Casey Joyner this is dead wrong. Dallas should be favored because Dallas right here, right now, no ifs, ands, or buts, is better than Philadelphia. You can make these cases if you project that Sam Bradford will stay healthy. I don't know how you project it. This man has not played football in almost 2 years. You have to go all the way back to October of 2013 since he played in an NFL game. He has ruptured the same ACL now twice in 2 years. Do you trust it? I told you before he got drafted, I'm a University of Oklahoma fan, watched every snap he took there. I never could quite trust his health or his strength in the pocket. He folds under pressure. Speaking of Nick Foles, will he be better than Nick Foles? I don't know, Stephen A. He had that one decent year in St. Louis, 2012. He went 7-8-1. His QBR was right in the middle, 50.3, 21 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. You can argue he didn't have much of a supporting cast, didn't have much of a receiver core. Will this core be better? Maybe a little bit better. Is it better than Dallas's? No. I'm sorry. It's not better than Dez and T. Will, Jason Witten, Cole Beasley. That's a lot of firepower that Philly, by your own admission, does not have right now. I like Philly's offensive line, but it's not the Cowboys' offensive line. I like Jason Peters at left tackle. I like Kelsey at center. I like Lane Johnson at right tackle, another University of Oklahoma guy. It's pretty good. I think DeMarco is very good, but He caught a lot of passes on top of a whole lot of rushes last year. Are you sure he can stay healthy a year after the all-time great year he just had? That's why Jerry Jones wouldn't pay him. I'm not sure. That's a huge if to me. I like it that you add Byron Maxwell and Walter Thurman to the pass defense. It's got to be a little bit better. I like Kiko Alonso. I think he'll help a little bit. Will that defense be about as good as Dallas's? Yeah, probably in the same ballpark. But I like what Dallas is doing. You've laughed at you can do the Sam Bradford syndrome back to me. Sean Lee is back on my Cowboy defense. Can he stay healthy? He hasn't been able to for the last 3 or 4 years. But if he does, they will be much better. Obviously, they drafted well. I think Randy Gregory is going to bring some pop to the pass rush. Byron Jones is an elite athlete in the secondary. And maybe Greg Hardy down the stretch, down the backside of the season, maybe the last 6 or so games, you get some pop out of him. So to me, I'll take Tony Romo over Sam Bradford right now. I'm sorry. To me, on paper or on the field, Dallas is better than Philadelphia.
Well, listen, like I told you before, I said I agreed with that, but I can understand how your guy could come to this conclusion because he's leaning on Chip Kelly trying to get his own guys. And he's also taking into account, Skip, that the Dallas Cowboys could potentially return to the Cowboys of old because without DeMarco Murray, if they can't run the football as effectively, then it forces Tony Romo to throw even more, which means he'll take more risk in terms of interception and he'll take more risk in terms of his back. So let's take that into consideration as well. You're assuming Tony Romo's going to be healthy. You're assuming Tony Romo's going to have to throw the ball as infrequently as he did last year because their running game will remain the same with McFadden, with Dunbar, with Randall. I'm not sure about that. And so I do understand somebody using that to make the case for Philadelphia, since supposedly Chip Kelly did what he did with Andy Reid's guys, and now he's transitioning to his kind of guys. I am of the mindset that if the New York Giants can shore up their offensive line with Odell Beckham Jr., with the Reuben Randall, with a healthy Victor Cruz, with Eli Manning needing to make amends for the kind of season he's had over the last couple of years, I'm of the mindset that the Giants could be a more formidable threat than Philadelphia. But again, there's a bunch of ifs. Of course there's a bunch of ifs because we got to look at health. We've got to look at things like that. That's all I'm saying. It's not a lock that the Dallas Cowboys are going to be atop the NFC East with the multitude of changes that they have made.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm sorry.
You disagree?
It's only June, but I say it's a lock.
Westgate.
In June, it's a lock.
Westgate
you would anyway.
Superbook says that the Cowboys are the actual favorites in the East, 6-5 to win it all. Eagles right behind them. Go ahead, Stephen A.
I said, so what?
Oh, you could care less?
The Cowboys are favorite. 2 victories in 17 years in the postseason. Okay. The Cowboys, and they're going to be the favorites. So what?
Should have had 2 last year
we always,
it was a catch.
I give it to the Dallas Cowboys. We always talk about them more than anybody else.
You're right about that. You're right about that.
Always.
Because they're the most interesting team in football. They are America's team. Thank you.
Mediocrity reigns supreme.
All right, gentlemen, after the break, let's go to some basketball, shall we? What should D-Wade do? The boys will share their thoughts. Should he stay? Should he go? Lots of decisions to be made. Free agency in just a few moments.